Hello guys, welcome back. This is our video for checking out the final spec of Hunters that we haven't done, Survival, which is the melee spec now. A lot of people remember it as being just kind of a different version of, a range spec, but now it is the melee spec. So you see we have a two-handed weapon.
Well met.
So we will be going after Talon Claw for this spec. The High Mountain tribe lost their greatest weapon, the ancient spear of Holm High Mountain, long ago to a magically corrupted monstrosity. They ask you to travel to Stormheim, kill their nemesis, and reclaim the spear for the fight against the Legion.
Ishnu Allah.
So it shall be.
Someday
Talonclaw is a mighty spear indeed. I first set eyes upon it when the High Mountain Tauren led the members of the Order up to Talon Peak to find the True Shot Lodge. Sorry, my eyes wandered away, but such tales must wait for another time. Apata has been in Dalaran gathering supplies for our expedition. I imagine she's ready to depart by now. Seek her out at Crassus's Landing. I know she will be eager to begin.
take care.
So, let's head back to Dalaran with our Hearthstone, and we'll go check out this quest line. Hopefully it's pretty good. I remember it being an interesting one. I remember it being a little bit difficult, if I remember correctly from my beta video. But who knows? Here she is.
I am glad to see
My brother Wuho and I will be honored to have you on this quest. Talonclaw is a sacred artifact to my people, and I know with your help we will recover it. We have just to do one thing before we head out. Speak with the Eagle Spirit. The spear is linked to a spirit called Onhara, and it has been a tradition for us to speak with her and receive her blessing before going after the spear. She may also impart some knowledge. If you would accompany me to Spirit Watch Point, I will summon the Eagle Spirit and ask for its blessing on the coming fight.
Goodbye.
Alright, so hop on the High
Let us
Mountain
be off. Follow me.
Hippogriff and follow her. Follow her into the darkness.
Talonclaw has been lost for so long that many Tauren have never even laid eyes upon it. The elders still tell stories of how our greatest hunters wielded the spear in defense of our land. These heroes slew terrible monsters and fought off countless invaders. Doro High Mountain was last to wield it. His end came at the claws of a corrupted night saber that preyed upon our villages. We called the beast Dakar, a once noble creature driven to madness by a deranged Frykul mystic. Doro fought it off, then tracked the beast back to Stormheim. He never returned, and Talonclaw was never seen again. Every now and then, a brave hunter seeks Talonclaw. They commune with the Eagle Spirit, receive her blessing, and begin their hunt. Sadly, these pursuits have always ended the same way. Death.
Death.
Something is wrong. There is strange... Look out!
So it looks like there's some... Japanese cartoons over there. So we gotta make our way to Spirit Watch Point to save our friend there. Hopefully our pet doesn't have that big of a problem as it did in the Marksman video, where it died almost immediately. Are you okay, Wolfenstein? You can do this. I like this spec, I just don't see why you would bring it over other melee specs. Like, I mean, it's cool, it's a really cool idea. Which one is my... Here we go. That's our AoE. AoE damage seems a little bit, oh, we got traps, don't we? Let's, drop that. Does it just drop it on the ground where we're standing? Is that... No, you throw that one. Hey. I didn't say you could hit me. Let's start hitting this way. We also have the Dragonfire Grenade. Let's try that out. There it goes. Ooh, I don't know what just happened, but he died fast. Let's hurl some axes here. Okay. Did a little bit. Ha! Hoo! Ha! We don't seem to take any damage, which is good, because melee don't like to take take a lot of damage. Come here, you. I like the spear ability. That's pretty cool, you know, being able to pull yourself to a target, because it's always kind of hard to stay on top of things. What does the tar trap do? Check it out after this. Tar trap. All enemies have 50%. Okay, so that's basically the old frost trap that you could put on the ground that would slow everything. Let's drop a couple traps on the ground. Damn, the AoE damage is nice. 98.4k at level 102.
Why are you doing this? I know the peace has always been uneasy, but
Your tribe had plenty of time to reclaim the spear, but failed. I will bring back Talon Claw for the blood totem. If only this stubborn spirit would obey.
Damn, that range damage though. Hey buddy. We about to have a problem.
Another interloper? Do not meddle in High Mountain affairs.
That's what I'm saying. You did. Save the spirit eagle thing.
thank you. We could not allow my people's sacred heirloom to fall in the hands of such a monster. There she goes. Onara wants you to follow her.
Oh, Onara. I'm here, baby girl. Tell me what you got. Tell me what you got.
I am pleased Onara gave her blessing. I feared the blood totem's actions had angered her. Now we can depart for Stormheim.
Awesome. We saved the eagle spirit and received her blessing. I feel even more confident we will get Talonclaw now. Many years ago, a corrupted nightsaber hunted my people. Our chieftain Doro High Mountain took Talonclaw and pursued the beast, but never returned. I've heard tales of a fearsome nightsaber that now stalks the mists of Stormheim. My brother and I believe this to be our ancient foe. The weapon must be there, too. If we kill the beast and reclaim the spear, it will be of great use against the Legion.
I think she's offering aid. Look at her wing. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wonderful. How sweet. Right, so we're flying on the great eagle spirit. Onara. Over through Stormheim. A whole new world. Whoa, okay, everything fucking disappeared. Great. Oh. What the That's exactly how it's supposed to go. She just fucking hucked me. She threw me halfway across the map.
Greetings.
Good. That was easier than expected. Most of the Cavaldier must be off raiding. Did you two have a plan?
Whoa! Have you found the monster?
Not yet, but it is indeed the foe we seek. The Cavaldier here speak of a giant cat that made its lair in the deep swamps. They raised a wall of magic wards to keep it at bay.
We must find a way through. Wuho, you and I should examine the wards, while our friend searches the harbor.
Cavaldier wards bar the way further into the swamp. Investigate Tide, Scorn, Harbor. Okay. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, we have this mount. A little bit of lag here. It's showing my FPS at falling below 20. Hopefully it isn't affected on the video. Right here's the first spot.
Something stirs in the shallows. It may be the beast. Activate the ward stones.
Hey, come over here.
I grow weary of your errands, old one.
Here I come. I forget where my interrupt is. I guess I should remember where I put the buttons, right? Alright, steal the ward stone. Alright, I could do this. Got it. So do we have to go up into the actual place here? We don't have camouflage, it sucks. Oh, I guess we're fighting some shit. No problem, it's what I wanted to do anyway. Damn, the hunter's got some pretty long range. The damage isn't bad. It's very comparable to the other hunter specs at this point in the game. Like, it's very, very close. But again, I don't see, like, the hunter, it doesn't bring anything. And I feel, you know, sometimes you bring, oh, I want an enhancement shaman because we don't have a healer. We have our healer set. And having an enhancement shaman would give us heroism. Or, you know, we brought a warlock for this. We brought a paladin for that. What do you bring this hunter for? Is my question. The damage isn't necessarily so good that I'd be like, oh man, you really need to have this. So, food for thought. I'm enjoying myself, but you know, the hunter is supposed to feel a certain way, and while I like the idea they were going for, I don't necessarily know why, I guess, they went for it like they did. Without giving it... okay, let me rephrase that. I don't understand why they did what they did, making, you know, the hunter melee spec, without giving it some form of unique buff or something that they would give to... Did this motherfucker just... They didn't give it anything that set it apart from, say, arms warriors or rogues. Or, I mean, enhancement shaman. Like, it doesn't... They don't have, like, bleeds. They don't have... That they do really well. They don't have a great buff that they use against other... Oh, that didn't pull me. The fuck? Hello? I think, sir, I think you're drunk. It's time to go home. Not to mention, my pet is gone. Hello, Mr. Pet. Everything about what just happened makes sense. So that's my feelings on it so far. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't... I'm still getting used to what everything does and what I should be hitting and what I should be maybe prioritizing. But other than that, what sets it apart from other melee classes that I could play? Why would I play this as melee as opposed to wanting to play it ranged? I just hit a whole bunch of buttons at the wrong time. Feels bad, man. And DPS in the mid-40s right now, which is a little bit higher than where my other specs were, or at least Beast Mastery was. Alright, we got those 4 pieces. Now we gotta go speak with Apata. Oops. Who is over this way. I'm coming, Apata. My sweet, sweet milk cow. So this is where we're going to be going into this mist over here. There's a fun mechanic that happens.
Calm yourself, Wu-Ho.
Our tribe's greatest weapon and its ancient enemy are but a few strides away. I will not be stopped by some foul fog magic!
Patience, brother. To gaze upon Talonclaw will be a sight to remember. Look, our friend returns.
Where? Oh, me. Gotcha.
Hello.
We were just about to come find you. The words block off the whole northern shallows. Don't worry, I have a solution. You found something in that nightmarish village? Show up out of the ruins and explain how to cross the river.
Sun and moon light. Wonderful. I can just attach them here, and...
And what?
It is done. Let us go across.
Use the harpoon to cross the fog. Oh, goodbye.
It is eerily quiet.
Yes, it is.
I cannot sense any beasts at all!
You seem a little impatient.
And yet, I am certain we are being watched.
Spooky. Oh, there it is.
The beast is there! Anshe, protect us!
Dakar, High Mountain's Bane.
Defend yourselves! Greetings.
Over here, boys.
These illusions use stealth. A flare could reveal them.
Back 'em up. Back 'em up. Or don't. Whatever. Do what you want. Doesn't matter to me. Are they out there? Is that it? Oh, shit. Let's throw down one of these.
Their stealth is maddening. Someone drop a flare!
Well, I kind of already did. I'll throw down another one in a second.
It went into that deep patch of mist. It could be hiding anywhere. Hero, do you have a trap strong enough to hold the beast?
Yeah. Freezing trap.
Perhaps something explosive to disperse the mist. We are right behind you, Master Trapper. We will stand guard as you set it.
Alright. I'm gonna put that there.
Claws at us from the mist. Hurry!
Shit. Hello? Oh. I'm supposed to click this. Wow, my FPS just
Hold
dropped
off
to
these
nothing.
beasts until the trap is sprung.
If this looks like EDO, you should say it for me.
Stealth is maddening. Someone drop a flare!
I can't see shit. Hey, it's Dakar. Got you, bitch.
Whoa! No!
Oh no! Sorry.
Love it, brother. I should never have brought you. You shall be avenged. We must finish this. Follow the monster.
Okay. Is it this way?
These wounds, they are not healing. We must finish this quickly, before we bleed out.
Oh, so I can't heal past 75%. That feels bad, man. Okay. So, let's go back into this Mists of Doom.
We cannot fight the monster until you place the trap. Hurry!
Okay. I placed a trap.
It worked! Slay the monster!
I'm working on it.
Not again, beast! I will... Ah! Ah! It is over for me. You must finish this.
Well, shit.
Slay the monster. Find Talon Claw.
Well, y'all wasn't very helpful now, was you? You just died for no reason. I cannot heal past 50%. Well, I'm at 74, and I keep going up. So, I believe that to be... What the fuck is out here? Slay Dakar. What is in here? Dakar. Okay. Makes sense. Alright, let's get some damage going here. Hey, buddy. Oh no, save my pet. Don't let him, don't kill Wolfenstein! He killed my pet. I'm summoning my pet back, douche. Alright, we killed Dakar. He gave us some unbroken teeth, which we'll save. And there rests Talonclaw. Ooh, the leg. This mist shit really does a number on my graphics card for some reason.
At long last, the monster is dead, and our relic reclaimed. My spirit can finally move on from this place. Hero, I sense your destiny lies with the ancient night elf who started you on this journey. Before I depart, I can send you back to the city in the sky. May Talon Claw serve you well.
Alright, so he makes us a portal to Dalaran. Nice, thank you, Mr. Doro. But unfortunately, that's not where our quest is taking us. We have to fly back up here to True Shot Lodge. So we'll fly back up there. Let's take a look at our weapon. It's there on our back. You can't really see the tip of it. Can I? Can't really move the axis, can I? Let's see. There you go. Kind of see it there. It's a pretty cool looking spear. It's not, it's very Tauren, I guess. Very much made for with Tauren in mind. Also, we should have gotten an ability, right? Let's see. Where is it? There we go. So we got Fury of the Eagle. This is a channeled ability with a 45-second cooldown. Furiously strikes all enemies in front of you, dealing 52,760 physical damage. And damage of this ability is increased by Mongoose Fury, which you probably saw that buff come up on my bar. Whenever you use Mongoose Bite, you gain Mongoose Fury, which stacks up to 6 times. Successive attacks do not increase the duration, but it increases the damage by 15%. Or excuse me, 50% for 14 seconds. So you can increase it by 300% at max. Is that right? 6 times 50? Yeah, 300%. We'll take a look at the ability when we get to the True Shot Lodge before we check out all of our talents, or not talents, Jesus, our traits on the weapon. I love having to fly out here all the time. I mean, it is pretty cool to look around. Hey, are you following me? Stop following me. Douche. Orc. I mean, not that kind of orc, boys. So now we got, we have our artifact ability, which should change our damage a little bit. I feel, like I said, I like the spec. Give it a try if you're a hunter. If you're not a hunter and you prefer melee, give the spec a try. It's fun. It really is. It's fun. It's really fun. I just don't see what sets it apart from melee classes that we already had before this survival spec came out. Well, that's a really pretty looking moon, isn't it? It's too bad there's stars in front of it. Come on, Blizzard, you're ruining my immersion. But like I said, I really don't see what sets it apart from the other melee classes. What makes me want to play this as opposed to, like I said, an arms warrior, or an outlaw rogue, Enhancement Shaman. So the Bane of High Mountain is dead and Talonclaw is recovered. Well done. I mourn the loss of Apata and Wuho. They will be greatly missed in the conflict to come. Right, so we finished up the quest line. We gained about 200,000 experience. We got about a little less than a third of a level from doing our other two quests. Let me pick up my archers here. Alright, so I did mention whenever you use Mongoose Bite, you'll get a buff. We'll see it here. There we go. If we use it succession, it increases. We can proc it again. And let's check out Fury of the Eagle. So that was it. That was our ability that we have. Nothing too spectacular. It kind of looks a lot like, what's that ability that monks have, Windwalker monks? The punch ability. I forget what it's called. It's been a while since I played my monk. Fist of Fury? Is that it? Fists of Fury? Yeah. So it kind of looks like Fist of Fury. It does a lot of damage. Let's take a look. It's just a training dummy. Fury of the Eagle did about 291,000 damage at level 102. My 6 Mongoose Bites did 351,000, and my Fury of the Eagle did just about that. So, it's useful. It's very, very useful, especially if you can build that up. And it's on a 45-second cooldown, so you can use it quite a bit. Alright, so we've taken a look at that. We know about the ability that we gained, and we know that that's going to lead us to Iron Talons, which is a 1-rank passive increasing all physical damage you deal by 8%. So let's go ahead and click on that, which is going to open up the rest of our weapon. You can see all the minor traits here, and we have 3 golden dragon portraited traits. These are our major traits, and I'll talk about those as we go around. I do want to point out that the artifact cost is going to go up every single time you put a point into this item or into this weapon, and eventually it'll get very expensive, but it's not that big of a deal because you will be gaining artifact to power out the wazoo for doing different things, and you can also increase how much artifact power you gain by doing world quests and the like, just through doing artifact researches at level 110. And it usually takes 3 days and you get a new one, and they're not expensive. It's just something that you keep on continuous loop in your class order hall, and it'll help you increase your gains. It'll increase your gains, bro. I'm also going to read these off as they are. I'm not going to read them off as if they were max level. So keep in mind when these are at max level, it's gonna obviously multiply, or the percentage increases, or how many seconds something gets reduced by, or how much damage something has, etc. Also keep in mind I am 102, so if anything says, oh, it deals a certain amount of damage, like this one right here, which we'll talk about, that increases as your eye level increases on your weapon, and also, as your level increases of your weapon, and also as you level up. Alright, so we're going to get started here. Sharpened Fang, 3 ranks. This will increase damage dealt by Mongoose Bite by 3%. We have Hell Carver, 3 ranks. Carve deals 3% increased damage for each additional target hit. Raptor's Cry, 3 ranks. Increases damage dealt by Raptor Strike by 5%. Terms of Engagement, 1 rank. The remaining cooldown on Harpoon is reset when you kill an enemy. We have My Beloved Monster, 3 ranks. Increases the critical strike chance of Flanking Strike by 3%. And that's kind of your big hit. So, we have Bird of Prey, 3 ranks. Raptor Strike heals you for 10% of the damage it deals. That's pretty good. Here's our first major trait. Talon Strike, 1 rank. Your basic attacks have a chance to trigger 2 rapid additional blows. So that's kind of like Wind Fury, right? It's kind of like Wind Fury. That's pretty cool. Embrace of the Aspects, 1 rank, reduces the cooldown of your aspects by 20%. We have Fluffy Go, 3 ranks, increases your pet's haste by 5%. Did I read this one? Yeah. Hunter's Bounty, 3 ranks, reduces the remaining cooldown on Exhilaration by 5 seconds each time you kill an enemy. Lacerating Talons, 3 ranks, increases damage dealt by Lacerate by 3%. We have... Lacerate's what? Yeah. We have Eagle's Bite, is our second major trait. This is 1 rank. Harpoon applies on the trail, a unique damage over time effect that deals 24,072 damage over 12 seconds, and your melee auto attacks extend its duration by 6 seconds. So I guess that's like what, Serpent Sting, essentially. And it doesn't say that it stops applying, so as long as you keep auto attacking, you can keep that damage buff up permanently. So I guess that's kind of like the old Serpent Sting. Hunter's Guile, 1 rank, reduces the cooldown of your traps by 20%. That's pretty good. I just changed accents for no reason. Explosive Force, 3 ranks, increases explosive trap damage by 3%. That's good. And finally, Aspect of the Skylord, 1 rank. Aspect of the Eagle increases all damage you deal by 30% for its duration, and that lasts for 10 seconds. Whew, that's a lot of DPS increase. Right, all these major traits are pretty nice. I like them all. So we looked at all of the traits that we have on this weapon. Now you can see there are 3 relic slots here at the top. The third one we are unable to open until after we finish our class order hall campaign, which can take you well into 110 depending on how much you play. So keep that in mind. You won't have access to this one for a while. These 2 we have access to as soon as we get the weapon, whether you be 100 or you know, whatever level you are. And those relics are obtained through quests, through doing dungeons, through world drops, a little more rare on the world drops, or you can buy them from the auction house because they're made through professions, or you can make them yourself, of course, if you have that profession that can make the right relic. And what these relics do is they add passive item levels to your weapon. Excuse me, and they will also add passive extra ranks to some of these minor traits. So, for instance, both of these, I think, can have a +1 to, let's say, Sharpened Fang. So if we have this already maxed out at 3 of 3, and we get 2 more points, this could be 5 of 5. And you could have an increase on your Mongoose Bite by 15%. So they're random, I think, what minor trait you get, what roll on the minor trait you get. But keep in mind, it can be difficult to choose what you want to use at 110. It doesn't really matter. Oh, let me get to that in just a second. When you put a relic in here, you can't take it back out. When you go to put a new relic in, it destroys the relic that's inside. This is not a problem while you're leveling because usually there's a giant leap in item levels or something like that. But when you start getting closer to the higher item levels and you're only gaining a little bit here or there, a 1 item level difference, you might think, well, of course I would take the 1 item level difference, right? Not necessarily, because it can be a decrease. Like, for instance, you could end up gaining 1 extra point in, say, Bird of Prey, which would give you Raptor Strike would heal you for 40% of the damage it deals. You'd be like, wow. But you might lose 1 point in Sharpened Fang, so you might lose damage, or you might lose DPS because you lost that extra damage dealt by Mongoose Bite, but you heal for more with Raptor Strike. So keep in mind to look at those things when you're going to put it in. Sometimes a 1 item level increase isn't worth losing a point in a minor trait, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're replacing these as you're getting higher item levels. It's not really a big deal until you're probably in the 840s and above in item level, but below that, it's not really that big of a deal. We did put a point here, and now you can see there's a 1 in the top left corner on our weapon, and what that means is we purchase 1 trait, and for up to 34 traits that we purchase, so as we're putting points all the way around here, we're gaining an increase in stamina. So we now have a 0.75% increase in our max stamina, and every time we put a point in, we're going to get more and more and more and more. So as you put more time and effort into this weapon, you'll see the benefit in your stamina bar. So you'll be able to do world quests and stuff a little bit easier. So keep that in mind as you're putting points around. And you can see down here at the bottom there is an appearance tab. If we click on that, it's going to zoom us in a little bit so we can take a look at our weapon. And you can actually see some of the unique appearances that we have for this weapon. You can see there's a blank space down here at the bottom. There is a hidden artifact appearance. You can Google it. There is a Wowhead page with every single hidden appearance that's been found so far. I don't think any haven't been found yet. So if you want to know what this particular one looks like, you can check that out just by Googling Talon Claw hidden appearance, and you'll probably get the WoW head page as the first thing that pops up. So it also tells you on this little tab how to obtain these appearances: recover pillars of creation, or one of the pillars of creation, recover Light's heart, and complete the first major campaign effort with your order. So there you go. You can see here's Eagle's Rebirth. You get this when you complete the Hunter class hall campaign. It kind of makes the weapon look a little bit cooler. It's basically the same model, it just looks a little bit better. Unlock every artifact trait, research the full history of your artifact in your class hall, complete the achievement this side up. Here's Spear of the Alpha. Let's wait till this turns around. This tells you what achievements you need for that. This is pretty cool. It gives you kind of a wolf head on the front. It's pretty cool. I like this one better, to be honest. And here's Serpent Strike, which is for PvP. It's got PvP achievements, as you can see. And that's pretty neat that they put this little thing in, so that you can kind of see how you go about obtaining these different appearances. And of course, you could transmog it to whatever the hell you want. So if you don't like that, any of those appearances or the way it looks in general, you can transmog it to whatever you want. One more thing I want to show you. If you open up your character pane or your inventory, depending on where Talonclaw is, and you shift right click on it, it's going to open up that same UI we had. As you can see, you can't see the appearance tab. You can only see that here at the Altar of the Eternal. And you cannot put artifact power anywhere. You cannot put in artifact power anywhere in the world except here at your altar. So you do have to come back to True Shot Lodge. But you can put in relics anywhere in the world. So as soon as you get them, throw them in your weapon, so that you can start leveling up your Talon Claw. Make sure that you can keep it up. Also, if you're, if you just have the spear and you're playing another spec, and you get some of these relics, you can throw them in to your off spec weapons. That's what I've been doing on my paladin and such, to try and keep those up. So, if you see a world quest and it's got, a relic that you could use for one of these, go ahead and do it and grab it and throw it in. Just in case you ever want to switch to this, maybe for, I don't know, PvP or something like that. Your item level won't be so diminished. Although I don't think it matters in PvP, but you get the idea. You get what I'm saying. Ugh, my nose is so stuffed. Jeez. Alright guys, that is pretty much it. That's everything I wanted to show you. We got to check out the quest line for Talon Claw. We got to check out the traits. We saw its unique ability. And we saw some of its appearances and how to get them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I do have the other 2 Hunter videos up. Before I do my normal spiel at the end of the video, I do want to say Hunter specs are kind of fun. Beast Mastery seems a lot like the Demonology spec for Warlocks. It feels a lot different than it did on the beta. The damage seems a little bit like they tuned it down a whole bunch, so it seems a little bit slow. It's still a lot of fun, but it seems a little bit slow. I would suggest playing Beast Mastery if you're like me and you're, someone that just likes to kind of veg out while they're playing on their alts, so that you can, kind of turn your head to one of your other monitors and just kind of zone out. Marksman, I liked a lot. That felt good for the more experienced Hunter player. People just keep running in front of me. For the more experienced Hunter player, it's very good. It's very, very good. But that's more for a player who's, paying a little bit more attention, I guess. Survival, again, I think it's fun. I really do. I enjoyed myself playing this. I feel like this is going to be a hipster spec, though. I don't feel like you're going to see a lot of survival hunters until they make a change so that survival hunters have something very, very unique about them that makes me want to play them. I enjoyed it. I think the spec is well done for 6 years ago, if that makes sense. I feel like this is a spec that is stuck in Wrath of the Lich King. There's nothing unique about it. I don't know why I would bring a survival hunter to a raid over, an enhancement shaman, an arms warrior, a fury warrior, any of the rogue specs. It just doesn't feel like I'd be gaining anything for the raid. The player can make it really good, but I don't see what makes this spec so unique that I would play it over something that I'm more familiar with. But I see this as a hipster spec. And I probably will myself play it just to be out of the ordinary when I reach max level. I may play around with it a little bit, just so I can piss off my friend. So that whenever we do mythics, I'm going to switch to melee hunter and piss off all the raid, all the people who invited me, thinking they were getting a ranged DPS. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, please leave me a like. I do appreciate all the likes that I get. Think about hitting that subscribe button as well. I do appreciate all the support. And also help you keep up to date with any of these videos that I'll be putting out. I still got a couple more classes to go before I'm done with these artifact spec videos. So it'll keep you up to date when I put those up. I'll be doing plenty more WoW content, and I'm doing a playthrough of a Demon Hunter. So if you're interested in checking that out as well, leave me any comments, questions, or suggestions down below as well. I do appreciate comments. I love to read them, and I'll try and reply as soon as I possibly can. Whenever I get a notification, I usually reply. Not long after. But guys, thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I hope to see you again in another video. Bye bye now.